When I say Jehovah's Witnesses, what do you think of?
My friend Jessica.
Your friend Jessica.
They annoy you at your house.
They annoy you at your house. Think of people knock on the door, would you like to know the Lord? They don't usually answer the door like that, but they're well known for evangelism, for knocking on the door and wanting to share their faith with you, right? I want to give you a little background on Jehovah's Witnesses. They trace themselves back to around 1870. And a guy named Charles Hayes Russell started Bible studies, started publishing his own magazine called Zion's Watchtower and Herald of Christ's Presence. It's a long title for our magazine, doesn't it? Initially, it wasn't meant to be a new faith. It was just supposed to be an in-depth Bible study type of thing. But it grew into that. They do read the scriptures, they do read the Bible, but whereas you and I have the choice of New International, New Living, New American Standard, King James, New King James, New Revised, they stick pretty much to the New World Translation, which is it's kind of known as an in-house translation for them. They publish it themselves. These are core beliefs. Remember, there are different branches, just like in paganism and Wicca, where different branches say different things, but these are kind of the main core ones that I was able to find. Jesus is not God. Jesus is someone God created. By the same aspect, there's no Trinity. Jesus is God's creation. The Holy Spirit is another separate entity. A lot of Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Jesus died on an upright stake, not a cross, which caused them to see the cross as idol worship. So single post, not T or cross. In Jehovah's Witness theology, Satan was a son of God who believed that humanity would turn away from God if tempted and tortured. So rather than destroy him, God cast him out of heaven in 1914 with all of his demons. And Satan and his demons are held completely responsible for all is wrong with the world. There is no real room for human culpability. We're not responsible for it. Satan is. There are only 144,000 who will be taken by God to rule with him in heaven. It's kind of a sticky point. A lot of Christians just assume that means that Jehovah's Witnesses believe only 144,000 will get into heaven. Not quite true. There's, in their belief, there's 144,000 who will rule beside God in eternity. But there is room for other believers. Just those 144,000 get to be in charge, though. Big, interesting sticking point, and there are some Christians who believe this next one. There is no hell. Not how we see it anyway. In Jehovah's Witness teachings, hell is nothing more than a collective grave where unbelievers are housed. Kind of a holding pen, essentially. When they die, their soul is essentially destroyed. There's no consciousness. There's no comprehension of anything, just nothingness. No pain, no torture, just non-existence. When Jehovah's Witness leaves the faith, they're shunned. They're no longer a part of the faith. Their family and themselves cannot talk to them because they've joined the Antichrist. There is such a need and emphasis put on evangelism that there are a lot of times where going to college or going to any type of secondary education is viewed as wrong because it's building a secular life for yourself, whereas you should be focused on the holy life. Baptism, they baptize as well, a lot of the same ways, usually with water. It's for someone who's going to be considered to be a minister and is only performed to those who have been zealous in sharing their faith. In other words, the ones who have knocked door to door. You kind of have to earn baptism.